Defend yourself.
Hi, I'm John Henry, and one of my favorite holidays is Canada Day.
My name's Leanne, and I'm going to be defending Christmas.
So one of the reasons that I like Canada Day is because in Canada, health care is a lot more affordable than in the United States.
One of the reasons that Christmas is my favorite holiday is because, one, you get to celebrate with your family, and you get a lot of family time because during Christmas, your family's usually off from work and stuff, so you get to really celebrate with your family and have a good time.
I like Canada Day because in Canada the weather tends to be colder, and even though Canada Day is July 1st and it's supposed to be really hot in Canada, since it's more north than a lot of countries, the weather generally tends to be mild in the summer, so it's not boiling hot.
Another reason that I really like Christmas is because, well, for one, you also get to celebrate with your family, but you have a lot of joy going on. And during Christmas, even if you get like a small gift for the present, it doesn't really matter. It's the thought that counts, and you just really get to cherish that during Christmas and be really thankful for what you have. So
Canada is one of the major countries that helped the U.S. and the U.K. Defeat Germany in World War II.
Christmas is a really important time to celebrate, well, of course, Jesus' birthday, but also people around you, and you get to give presents to the people you care about most. And again, what I said last thing, it doesn't matter what you give them as long as you put your thought into it and you spend a good time. And Christmas, usually everyone has a good time, so yeah.
Lots of people have vacation homes or even homes in Canada because in Canada there's lots of woods and scenic lakes, and there's lots of beaches too, and there is a lot of green, which is my favorite color.
Christmas is really important because, for one, everyone's off for Christmas usually, and, well, you also get presents, which I think is the most important thing. But as I said continuously, it doesn't matter what you get as long as the thought counts, and you just really get to, like, cherish your moments with your family, and you really get to spend time with them, and you have a fun time. Everyone during Christmas either has a fun time or is just really excited. So, yeah.
In Canada, there is a lot of interesting dishes that I guess would be served on Canada Day too. Like, for example, there's a dish with seal blubber, and it might sound strange at first, but I think I haven't tried it any of the dishes personally, but I think if you tried a traditional Canadian dish, it'd taste really interesting and be really cool.
So he was talking about food. I'm also going to talk about food. During Christmas, there's a lot of food involved. There's a lot of traditional food, and there's a lot of just straight American food. Like, during Christmas, we bake cookies during Christmas Eve, and we give those to Santa with a warm glass of milk. And I think that's one of, like, a really good tradition that everyone does to ensure that the next morning you have a great time during Christmas. And that is our favorite holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lost. Or no, I didn't lose.
You didn't lose. I think I lost.
Oh. Well, you'll see. Hooray! I won.
So enthusiastic.
Good game.
Defend yourself.
Hi, my name is Bridget, and I think the best Disney princess is Mulan.
Hi, I'm Ramona, and I believe that the best Disney princess is Tiana.
I think Mulan is the best Disney princess because she's really brave. She took her father's place in the war, even though she knew that if she got caught, she would probably be killed, or she would be killed anyway if she didn't get caught. She knew she would probably die either way, but she was so brave, she just couldn't let her father do that.
One reason Tiana is the best Disney princess is because she knows what she wants and she works hard to get it. At the beginning, you can see her working multiple shifts at her restaurant or at the restaurant she works at to get the money to buy her own. And even after the prince comes into her life and all the hijinks that ensue, once she finally has the money, she doesn't just sit down. She remembers what she wants and she opens a restaurant with her mom, which I feel like sets a good example for the young girls watching. Like, you can have romance in your life and still have your life of your own.
Another reason that I think that Mulan is the best Disney princess is that she's very kind. She is always nice to her fellow soldiers. She doesn't start any fights with them. Like I said before, she took her father's place in the war, which was very selfless.
Another reason Tiana is the best Disney princess is because, in my opinion, she's the best dressed. There's the blue dress she wears, there's of course the iconic green dress, which includes some frog-like elements such as lily pads. She even manages to pull off the waitress dress she was wearing early in the movie. This also filters into just the general universe of 1920s New Orleans, which in my opinion is the best Disney setting. The music's great, the architecture, I just love it all.
Another reason that Mulan is the best Disney princess is because she's really cool. She's not like the Disney princesses who just like wait in the tower for their prince to come rescue them. No, she doesn't need a prince. I believe she's one of the only Disney princesses who doesn't fall in love by the end of the movie. She doesn't take any nonsense from anybody. She can save her entire country. She doesn't need a man. She's not going to wait for anybody. She's an independent woman, you know?
Another reason Tiana is the best Disney princess is because she has a good relationship with her mother, which doesn't seem like much, but with all the other Disney movies where the mother is the one dead, it's a nice change of pace to see, well, maybe it's not nice to see the father dead, but to see a good relationship between a daughter and a mother who always have their backs. That is something I do enjoy seeing as someone who does have a good relationship with her mother.
Another reason that Mulan is really great is she is a good role model for the girls watching at home. She shows them that they don't need to let bad things happen and just let it happen, and they can make a change, and they are powerful, and they can do things, and they can do meaningful things, which is not shown in a lot of other Disney movies, like, I don't know, like Cinderella. No. Yeah, Mulan is a very good role model.
Tiana is a great chef. This is less of a big issue, but it is nice seeing a Disney princess with just like a talent and a hobby that like a normal person could have. Like, it's cool seeing her cook the beignets and the jumbo on screen. Like, as someone who likes cooking, that's very cool to see. And if I had to have any princess like make me a meal, it would be her.
My final reason that Mulan is the best princess is because she has one of the best sidekicks, if not the best sidekick. It's Mushu. He's a tiny dragon. He's a fierce guardian. He's hilarious. Yeah, there are a lot of great sidekicks, but Mushu's definitely the best one, and that just adds to Mulan's great character.
My final reason that Tiana's the best Disney princess is because I feel like she is the best example of how you can have a princess and prince story, but have it as a healthy relationship. Like once they're out of being frogs, you can see that they have each other's backs, they will support each other, and they really love each other, but have different lives of their own. Like one is not overly reliant on the other, they help each other out, and even when they were frogs, they may have argued a bit, but they still helped each other out and were ultimately just trying to be nice to themselves and others, which I feel like is good to show.
Thank you for listening to our Disney princess debate. I'm probably gonna win. No, but great job.
Defend yourself.
Hi, I'm Samantha, and my favorite season is fall.
My name, it's Jonathan, and my favorite season, it's actually summer.
One reason that fall is the best is because fall is the season of pumpkins. Not only can you eat pumpkins, make like pumpkin soup and other stuff, you can also carve them into jack-o'-lanterns and spread Halloween cheer. Pumpkin spice tastes good, in my opinion, but a lot of people strongly dislike it, so it brings up a great debate topic.
Summer, it's actually the best season. And one of the reasons why, is because, you don't have to go to school. I don't think anyone really likes school that much. And, you don't have to do all that work and the homework, the essays, all your projects. You don't have to worry about that. You can just have fun.
Well, the thing with summer is that it's boiling hot. In fall, it's the perfect temperature because it's warm. And if it's too cold, you can wear a sweater, because sweater weather is great.
In summer, it's pretty hot. Here, it's pretty hot. And, as I don't like when it's freezing cold up here in New England. It's not comfortable. Gives me the shivers, and summer. It's a break from all that cold. You can just relax in the sun, maybe go in the pool. Eat popsicles. Yeah.
Well, fall has some great holidays, and two of which have to do with food, which we all love. There's Halloween and there's Thanksgiving, and they're both awesome because in Thanksgiving you can see your family and you can eat food. And on Halloween you can go trick-or-treating and then eat the food that you got when you get back to your house.
In summer, you look outside, looks pretty nice. There's not a bunch of dead leaves everywhere. The grass is actually green instead of, brown. There's lots of flowers. It just looks a lot nicer outside compared to autumn.
Well, dead leaves are actually quite beautiful because the leaves start to change color and then they fall on the ground, and you can walk through the leaves, and it's really great. And the thing with summer is that it's so hot that things dry out, so summer does not bring that much life to the earth, so you can't blame fall.
One of the reasons why summer is just infinitely superior to autumn is because there's theme parks and water parks. They're open, and there's some good stuff there. There's roller coasters, popcorn, pretzels. You know, at a water park, there's plenty of fun rides, and the water's nice and refreshing to cool you off on those hot summer days.
Well, I agree that summer has some great things, but there's also indoor versions of all those things so that you can still do them in fall. And as for sunlight, it does get kind of cloudy in fall, but we have fake sunlight because we have lights. And you can go to an indoor pool, you can go to an indoor water park, and a lot of amusement parks are still open in fall too. And we all just love the fall vibes.
You know, in summer, you know, there's a lot of stuff outside, and compared to colder seasons like autumn and winter, you know, a lot of people they just stay inside because outside is just a cold, barren wasteland. But in summer, you're not staying in your house all day, you know, watching TV. You know, summer on, like, you get to go outside, and in other seasons you have school. That's the end, right? I think. I hope.
Defend yourself.
Hi, I'm Lucy, and I think vanilla is the best ice cream flavor.
I'm Jenna, and I think that chocolate is the best flavor.
I think vanilla is the best flavor because it has such, like, a plain flavor, I guess. It's nice if you just don't want too much of something, but you still want, like, the same amount as usual. It's just so sweet, but it's like a good kind of sweet. It's not as rich as chocolate.
I think that chocolate is the best flavor because I think that it's good because it has that rich flavor and it's more flavorful than vanilla, and it's just a lot more rich and defined as the flavor.
I think vanilla is the best flavor because vanilla practically goes well with any topping you put on it. Unlike chocolate, where if you put even some things just don't taste good with chocolate. But with vanilla, you can practically put anything, like with vanilla, you can practically put like anything with it and it will taste great.
I think that chocolate was good because you can put other flavors like in it. Like you can put like, well, just really anything that would go, like Reese's or any other things that go in chocolate ice cream. And you can have more flavors with chocolate ice cream. Like you have like chocolate peanut butter or really anything like that, or like Death by Chocolate, which is like super chocolate. And it just goes with a lot of other chocolate flavors because it's chocolate.
I feel like there's just a lot more people who like vanilla. Like, if you get like a group of, let's say, 500 people or so, and you asked chocolate or vanilla, I will bet that there are more people who say vanilla because it's just so much more better and flavorful and just...
Also, chocolate is it's really you know, chocolatey, and it's a very just like simple flavor. Like you could have like chocolate. Like everyone knows what chocolate is. And yeah.
Hope you enjoyed our debate.
Very reasonable.
I still think vanilla's better no matter what the results are.
Defend yourself.
Hi, I'm Leanne, and I think there's more wheels in the world.
Hi, I'm Evan, and I think there are more doors in the world.
Let's start off with basic knowledge of wheels. There are things that can spin, okay? So, think of all the toy cars in the world, like Hot Wheels that you spin with dumb wheels. 4 wheels per Hot Wheel, or other toy cars, okay? And there's like a lot of them in the world. Like, think of all the toy places and everything. So, that is a lot of wheels.
But then, to be clear here, I think there are more doors in the world, because for doors, we are counting cabinets that open with a handle. We are counting double doors, we're counting doors on a car. And personally, I think that since there is 4 doors on a car and 4 wheels in a car, then that means that that there's more wheels on a car argument doesn't really work. So I'm saying I think there are more doors in the world because there's more different kinds of doors.
Yeah, there's different sized doors, but there's different sized wheels too. As I said before, you can go from really small wheels to a car, from like those mini cars that you play with, or you can go for like a huge wheel, because I'm pretty sure there's like the biggest wheel out there somehow. But yeah, you can go for really big wheels or really small wheels, but there's only a certain limit to doors, but there is no limit for wheels, because you're not going to have a door that's like 17 feet in the air, but you can have a wheel that's 17 feet for like, I don't know, maybe like a rocket or something to like push it to like the actual launch station. I don't know. But still, there are a lot of sizes of wheels, but there's a limited amount of size for a door.
Personally, I think on a rocket, there is more doors on it than there are wheels, because it is made to propel and not to roll along the ground. It's made to fly into the sky, in space, and all of that. And you have to count all the bedrooms, the bathrooms, you gotta count the labs and stuff, you gotta count the control room. And there's at least, say, 50 doors, probably, in a spaceship.
Yeah, but let's really think about this. There aren't a lot of spaceships, okay? But think about spinny chairs, and in this room, okay, there's at least, let me just say, 50 wheels. Because the cameras have wheels, the spinny chairs have wheels, the lights probably have wheels to like turn them. There's a lot of wheels, okay? So personally, even in this room, there are more wheels than doors. There's probably like more than 50 doors, not 50 doors, 50 wheels, and there's only one door. One door, more than 50 wheels. So just think of all those rooms in here and other places that probably have more spinny wheels, and they only get out one way, and that's one door. So just think about it.
Before you go saying that there's more wheels in the world, you gotta think about the fact that there is, on the planet, there are places like hotels, motels. Hotels have like hundreds of rooms. There's hotels with thousands of rooms even. And each of those rooms either has a door on the front and a bathroom door, or a door on the front, a bathroom door, and a door into a separate room for more people to sleep in.
Hotels are a really good point. But how do you get your clothes there? With luggage. And how much wheels are on a luggage? 4! So those are already 4 wheels. And most hotel rooms, they have spinny chairs and like those spinny things that you put like your trash in and stuff. And that is a lot of wheels. But if you really think about it, if you go to a hotel room, you're gonna have to bring luggage. And that's a suitcase. And how much wheels are on a suitcase? Usually 4. So that's at least 4 wheels positively going into a hotel.
But then, think of the Empire State Building, which is one of the tallest buildings in the world. It is hundreds on hundreds of feet tall, and it has so many rooms that it's kind of hard to imagine, it's kind of hard to predict how many rooms there are without counting the doors in there. Like, it's hard to know, because there's probably a bunch of rooms with a bunch of cabinets, there's probably a bunch of rooms that have cleaning supplies that also have cabinets, there's probably a bunch of rooms that have more than one door, because you're going into one place and then going through it to another place, or going through it to, there's a bathroom in that room. And really just anywhere that there's a bathroom and cabinets, there could be any amount of doors there. If you count cabinets as doors, then that would mean that in my room there's at least 8 doors.
Okay, going off on that, let's think about tire wheels. Think of how much wheels you've needed to replace in your life. And let me just say, there's a lot of people that drive cars around this time, okay? So there's a lot of tires, there's a lot of spare tires, there's a lot of old tires that nobody really uses anymore, maybe because they're out of date, but they're still tires, and those are still wheels. And really think about the human population, okay? And think about how much times you have to change out your car, and think of how much auto shops there are with all of them wheels. But if you really think about it, in an auto shop, there's probably maybe like 3 doors, but there's at least like hundreds of wheels, because, you know, in an auto shop, you really gotta change cars with like change wheels and stuff. So if you really think about it, auto shops have maybe like 3 doors, and there's probably like at least 100 wheels. And if you multiply that by how much like auto shops there are in this whole world, then there is definitely like a larger percent of wheels.
Sure, in auto shops there's probably more wheels than doors, but you also got to think of the fact that there's hundreds of manufacturers of many different things, including wheels, and one of the things that is being manufactured is doors. There's places that sell only doors, and they have hundreds of doors in their places. And also, in many places on Earth, there is more doors than wheels, because most people don't really have cars, because they're able to walk to where they want to go. So there's more doors than wheels in those areas.
And that is why I think wheels have just better and more than doors.
And that is why there's obviously more doors than wheels.
You're gonna lose.
You're gonna lose.
You're gonna lose.
Nah, you're gonna
There's
lose.
no way.
No, there's more doors than
There's
wheels.
no way.
There's more doors than wheels.
Oh my god, if I had one more, I would have added something.